IT. Well, actually, this kind of interests me because I have children both at secondary level and primary level. I was just interested to see why the comparison was made between non-English speakers and English speakers in your research. Because I can see that English is mostly spoken as second language in Brunei, and over here, since that I have the privilege of observing my children, they are, the English children are none the better in writing than my children who speak English as a second language. So why didn't you look at probably like Singapore or Thailand or Malaysia as your comparative samples?
Hello, thank you for the questions. Maybe I did a bit sort of mislead you. I wasn't actually doing a comparing between Brunei and UK schools. What I did was, my whole research is based in Brunei, but to get another different viewpoint, meaning that when I went to Brunei school, I had to see a different perspective, first of all, and the fact that I had the opportunity that I was in the UK. I wanted to look at the curriculum in terms of how the teaching is being done. So you're right in the sense that I'm not looking at is native versus non-native. However, the experience is good. So it wasn't really like going to schools and comparing this is what Brunei do, this is what Brunei's primary school does, and this is what the British school does. It's not like that. My research is based solely on 90% will be based on Brunei data, basically. What I did was just to go to schools, get the experience, use the experience that I learned, pick up and for sort of like, not to say steal, but to borrow the ideas, and then merge them with my own ideas in my own work. So, and having said that, why did I go to Singapore or Australia? Well, first of all, convenience. I was actually I applied to do a PhD in UK, so my best access was to go to schools in UK since I was here. If I were to go back to Singapore and do that, there would be a total different research altogether, and it would probably take up, what, 10 years of my life if I were to do that. But in terms of convenience, I just picked UK because it was nearer to me, and had I had the opportunity, I would probably going to, say, for example, the ministry decides to sponsor me, let's do research in Singapore and see what they do. I could let you do that, no, not a problem, do not worry. So that's a very good question that's being posed to me. Thank you very much for that. Just to make it clear, it's not based in UK, it's just going to schools, 2-day placement, looking at what they've done, and put it into my work as part of like initiative in our, for example, future reform in our own curriculum system. I mean, that's what I was looking at. So again, I apologize for that. I just wanted to show you a different viewpoint. Thank you for the question.
Any more questions?
I have a question for Adam Ryan. I applaud you for actually choosing a very highly political issues, and I'm sure it's not only in Brunei, but also everywhere in the world. What I would like to get from you is actually if you can share with us a snapshot of what the politician in Brunei actually, you said you interviewed some people in this position. So what is the view in terms of nutshell result? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the question. I was just passing the mic, but I'm hoping nobody asked the question. I basically did professionals and policymakers, head teachers and teachers, and I considered them as 3 different subsystems within the education system. Now, most of the politicians, the professionals, will talk about inclusion being a very international movement, and very humanitarian and very moral kind of reasons, like it's the right thing to do. By doing this, Kanakani will learn how to socialize better. Will give an opportunity for us to give, things like rights, opportunities, participation. Now I'm going to extend that question and answer. Now, when I went to head teachers and teachers, I saw a very different picture, because they were talking about the pressures. That they only wanted to include these children because it was a ministerial directive. Although I'm not saying they're bad teachers or bad head teachers. They're good people who don't really know what to do because their hands are tied. They're not given enough training. Our education system prior to the S2021 is very highly centralized. It's very exam-based, it's very teacher-centered. So when you put a child who doesn't learn like the other children learn, what do? They're completely lost. So there is a sense of responsibility that we have to do something about these children. But I think at the moment we don't really know what to do with them. The answer is
Do you have any questions directed to July?
Assalamualaikum. My name is Lutfi from the University of Economics. I think the questions that you raised are very interesting and very important. I took a course last year on behavioral economics, and we studied things like aspirations, failure, framing, and reference-dependent preferences. And I think you didn't. I'm particularly interested in the quantitative analysis aspect of your research, in particular notions of causality addressed. For example, how can you say that underperformance is caused by socio-economic background ataupun by punya innate ability? Thank you.
Right, thank you for the questions. But I'd like to remind that my study is yet to be carried out. I'm only going back tomorrow and start to collect my data. Okay, so it's just still in a blur there. So I hope from the data I'm going to collect over the next few weeks that can give answers to my question, and then I can at least modify a little bit here and there with the whatever I'm going to get. I'm looking at socio-economic backgrounds, particularly because of the nature of the schools. Again, for the ethical reasons, I cannot reveal what which schools I'm going, but it's because Brunei is so small, so everybody can guess if I give you some hints on that. It's just that I just want to look at some of the effects of the socio-economic background of the students to their aspiration as well as their what we call as the academic achievement and whatsoever. And then at the same time, I'm also going to look at how the schools actually help these students if they do ever what we call as realize that the students are are failing because of this socio-economic background as well as innate ability and whatsoever. So I hope that answers your questions, but as yet I cannot give a lot of information because the study has not been carried out. So hopefully I can share with you by the end of August, something like that. Alright, I can promise you that. Thank you.